I'm actually doing a couple of videos today, so I am still 38 weeks and 6 days. I just wanted to do a quick video here and talk about some reflections, some thoughts that I've been having, and so yeah, I've got some notes, so I'm going to just make sure I stay on track. But one of the things that I've noticed is that I have actually been feeling a little anxious, and in particular anxious about when the labour will start. So in all my other pregnancies, it was all around the 41 weeks. And so on one hand, I'm not expecting baby to come for another 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And that's totally fine. But at the same time, I'm like, but I have to be ready if baby comes earlier, because I guess every pregnancy is a little different. So I just remember the main thing I've been reflecting on is that as a doula, it's never bothered me. I've always been very, relaxed about it and encouraged my clients to just go about whatever you're doing, whatever you plan to do. Don't worry, don't think about it. You'll probably have some warning, a few days before, just little niggles that might give you a hint that things might be warming up. And I think that's been pretty good advice, but now that I'm the pregnant one, I'm just feeling really off-center about it. Like, for example, I was feeling a little off yesterday, and I don't know if it was just something I ate, but I was like, is this it? Could this be could this be it? And then I'm thinking, I'm not ready. I don't want it to be today. And so I don't know. I guess I've just gotten a new perspective that it is difficult to let go of that anxiety. So even though intellectually I can go, okay, let's just not think about it. I'll still go to the shops. I'll still keep that appointment. I'll still go about my normal life. But I am feeling just a little stressed, just not knowing, and it's just hard not knowing. And so I think I'll be a little bit more empathetic. I mean, I'm sure I was always empathetic, but just I've got a deeper empathy for that now that I'm experiencing it myself. Okay, so and the other thing is so we don't even know what time the birth will be. We don't know how long it will be. And so we're like, where should we plan to set up the birth pool? We could set it up in the back lounge room, or we could set it up outside on the back deck, which is all kind of closed in. And that would be amazing. But if it's in the middle of the night and then there's bugs everywhere, and I don't know, I wouldn't like that. But it would be so nice out there, and I don't know. And if it's a 10-hour birth or if it's a 1-hour birth, just the not knowing can be a little bit of a strain. That's my first reflection. I've also been a teensy bit worried about the effect of wanting to document the birth. So not like in a documentary sense, but I really, really would love some quality photos. So my friend is coming to take photos. But who knows, it might be so fast that she doesn't make it. There's so much unknown about birth. But yeah, I do want photos, and I would love to get some video, particularly for my own. It really isn't about showing other people, although if it's sort of discreet enough, I think I will feel comfortable sharing it. But it really is for me. I want to see what I look like during a pressure wave, aka contraction, because from my perspective, everything, it's just so different when you're in it than when you're looking from the outside. So I just think I could learn so much, and maybe it's just my curiosity as a birth worker. But yeah, I want to reflect on it. I want to look back, and I think it really can help, particularly the photos or video as well. But both of them can really help you cement that memory in your mind, because there's so much that you forget from your births. And often the things I remember most vividly are emotions and thoughts, and they're all very internal, and having an external, like a photo or a video, helps you remember the external, like it gives you a visual from the outside. Anyway, so I'm just worried, like, because one of my things is that birth is not a spectator sport. So we don't just have people around just for the sake of it. Hey, you can come and watch me give birth. And yeah, so having a birth photographer and wanting it videoed and all of this does actually mean that there's going to be, you know, at least one extra person in my birth space. And yeah, just is that going to affect how I feel during the birth? Am I going to feel observed, or is that going to change my behavior in any way? Is that going to make it more difficult to go within? Now, I'm hoping that I'll just be able to, like, I'm putting it in my visualization, the people that will be in my space, and yeah, just how everything will plan out. And I do want to go within. So yeah, anyway, so I've got a few things in place to hopefully combat that, but it's just made me wonder how it might affect the birth. And the other thing is just being a birth worker. I think, you know, having attended births as a doula, with each client, I totally respect their individual philosophy of birth. So over the years, I've taken on many different philosophies, and I've become very open-minded about the various perspectives on birth and how people feel about birth. So some people believe birth is painful, and that's just the way it is, and that's the way you know, they, you know, learn to cope with it, and that's totally cool as a doula. But now as a woman, like a pregnant woman, I'm just a teensy bit worried. How do I let go of all of that? It's now my turn, so I need to embrace my philosophy of birth rather than, you know, having this conglomerate of everyone else's philosophy of birth. So that's something else I've been working on. But two things that have really helped is, first of all, the affirmations. So I've done another video on affirmations, and I think that's really helped me to feel like I own this space now. Like, I own my mind space, and it's given me a way to, you know, have a plan for getting my beliefs, focusing on my beliefs. But when I was, you know, searching through some of my old handouts, I found this beautiful handout called Shifting the Paradigm of What If. And it was a small piece written by Layla McCracken. Her website is birthlove.com, but I don't believe her website's up anymore. So I'm glad I printed this out, because it's just such a lovely thing that she's written. I'll just read one paragraph for you. And she talks about shifting the paradigm of what if. So we need to shift the paradigm. Instead of thinking what if in fearful ways before birth, for example, what if my pain is so terrible? What if my baby won't come down? What if I lose control? And so on. Why not think what if in powerful ways? What if I have the most beautiful experience of my life? What if I could actually feel a wet, mewing baby on my belly just after birth and fall in love with that feeling forever? What if I give birth and feel pure ecstasy? What will happen in my life if I give birth as a powerful, free woman? What will happen in my life if I claim my right to give birth as my biological identity impels me to? What if I emerge victorious, free, sentient, powerful? What if my baby never feels anything in his or her first moments other than my body and my love? What if I push my baby out into my own hands and pull her up, him or her, up, and kiss her wet head and cry and moan and weep my joy in privacy, darkness, and love? What if my birth is the most loving, sweet, and gentle moment of my life? What if? And that has really centered me, I feel, because it's just given me that exactly what I needed to hear, that I'm starting to kind of think, oh, you know, what if I've not done enough preparation, or this is going to affect me, or that's going to affect me? But start focusing on the positive what ifs. What if this is the most incredible experience? And this might be my last birth. So, you know, what if it's the most amazing, lovely experience to finish on as a mother? So anyway, I hope that helps you as well. I would love to hear from you. Sorry about the glare, the sun's setting, so it's just come down below the window. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you and hear your thoughts and perhaps your perspectives. What were some things that started worrying you at the end, and how did you combat that? And yeah, anyway, I hope your pregnancy is going well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.